Hey guys, welcome to week one. This week's top scorer, defending champion, Run CMC, Drew, drops a 188 bomb, knocking off Brandon's once in a generation, who put up 124.48. Drew came out firing on all cylinders, getting 45.3 points from Samuel Watkins, 40.9 points from Christian McCaffrey, and 30.7 points from quarterback Deshaun Watson. Oh, and another 28 points from Dalvin Cook. Gross. Those four players combined for 145 points alone, which would have been enough to beat every single team except Pope 1.0 this week. There's still a few red flags despite this dominant win. The 1.3 points that you got from Eric Ebron, and then the 3.1 points that you got from Tyreek Hill after an injury could cost you in a more evenly matched week. Hill's injury leaves his status in question for the next couple weeks. You don't know what you're going to get with him. The 188 still wasn't the highest score in a Week 1 matchup. That honor still goes to me from the 2013 season, in which I put up 198 points over Drew. For Brandon, you had a heck of a good game, putting up 124 points in the loss. Your squad was led by keeper Marlon Mack's 28.4 points, and newcomer Josh Jacobs with 23.8 points. Week 1's biggest blowout, Hootie and the T-Blowfish, Nick, knocked off Freeman's fuck-up project, Derek, with a whooping 131.7 to 57.9, a 73.8 point margin of victory. The Blowfish is really united on this win, with Michael Gallup's 22.3 points leading the backup band. This was a team win as Nick had 6 players with at least 15 points. The only blemish on the day was Kyle Rudolph's goose egg, which makes more sense now why you wanted to cut him immediately, and then went and picked up Jimmy Graham. Derek, the fantasy gods did not appreciate the practical joke that you played in the draft, hand-etching the fake plaque with Drew's name on it. So the gods brought Zeke Elliott back for you, but then crippled your entire roster in Week 1. We'll see how long the curse lasts.
You dumbass!
You got 13.4 points from Julian Edelman and 12.8 points from Zeke, but the rest of your roster no-showed, and the next best player getting you 7 points. The 57.9 is still a decent bit away from the all-time low, which I believe is in the high 40s, and it's not even the worst performance in Week 1 history. J Money put up 55.1 points in 2014. Week 1's closest matchup, Chris's brown-eyed monster knocked off Jason's I was saying Boo Earns.
Are you saying boo or Boo Earns?
I was saying Boo Earns.
By a score of 136.14 to 127.74, an 8.4 point margin of victory. Jason had the top scoring single player in this matchup as the $86 man. DeAndre Hopkins showed up and paid dividends for Jay, putting up 27.1 points. Chris was led by rookie TJ Hawkinson, who scored 25.1 points, and mainstays David Johnson, who put up 22.7 points, and Alvin Kamara, who put up 20.4 points. Chris now has a winning record against every team in the league, according to league stat guy Nick, with the exception of Andy, who somehow managed to leave the league with a winning record against Chris. He got out at a good time, I guess. Jason got 23.9 points from Phillip Rivers behind Hopkins. Jay could have gotten the win here had he swapped out Cortland Sutton for Peyton Barber in the flex position, which would have been a 10-point boost. In other matchups, Alex's Funkle Up knocked off Josh's I win because y'all drafted, which we didn't, by a score of 98.06 to 88.78. Alex was led by the massive 36.4 point day from Austin Eckler, which hurts me a little bit since it should be Gordon. God damn it. Which was the second best score posted by a non-quarterback position this week. Following up behind that was Josh Gordon with 14.8 points and Juju Smith-Schuster with 10.8 points. For the losing side, Josh got 21 points from Chris Carson and 19.6 points from Alshon Jeffrey. Josh could have easily won this one by swapping in Dak Prescott for Aaron Rodgers, which would have been a massive 24-point swing. New season, same results for Josh, who has a nasty habit of leaving his best scoring player riding the bench. One can understand why you'd maybe play Aaron Rodgers over Dak, but with the Aaron Rodgers going against the Bears' defense, maybe it was feasible to swap out Dak there for Aaron. Pope 1.0's to deuce or not to deuce proves to be the superior Pope, crushing Pope 2.0's pew-pews by a score of 146.34 to 88.8. The deuce comes out hot at the beginning of the new season, dropping the second highest score this week, led by 28.4 points from Derrick Henry, 25.02 points from Carson Wentz, and 23.1 points from Evan Ingram. Pope 1.0 only got 4.4 points from Aaron Jones, say that 3 times fast, in Thursday night's game, which probably put him in a worrisome position until Sunday afternoon when this matchup got blown wide open. For Pope 2.0, he went heavy on defense and special teams, getting 16.26 points from Minnesota's defense and 16 points from kicker Steven Gostkowski. Running back has to be concerned at this point for Pope 2.0. Devin Singletary did put up a respectable 12.3 points, but the other 5 running backs on Pope 2.0's roster combined to score a grand total of 13.5 points. Finally, Lee's knocked off my Gordon Bombay, 129.58 to 110.42. Lee got 25.7 points out of Mark Ingram and 23.8 points out of Drew Brees on Monday Night Football to pull away comfortably with the win here. Until Brees picked up a couple passing touchdowns in the second half, this game was close enough to make it interesting, getting within about 3 points. I got 24.7 points from T.Y. Hilton and 22.3 points from Keenan Allen. My team was let down by Matt Bryan at Atlanta, who didn't even attempt a field goal or an extra point, giving me a big old goose egg, and Mitch Trubisky, who put up at 8.22 points versus a considerably better than I expected Green Bay Packers defense. The fact that I was expecting a big Bears offensive night and that I talked a considerable amount of shit to Lee in last week's video almost certainly doomed me to fail this week. I should know better.
You dumbass!
It is Wednesday, which means waivers have already cleared. Notable waiver wire activity. I was active on the waivers. I snagged Lamar Jackson for $11, outbidding Alex, Derek, and Drew. I'm not entirely sure why Drew was bidding for him, considering he already has Deshaun Watson and Tom Brady. Maybe he was going to cut one. Maybe he needed a third quarterback. I don't really know. Matt Breida went to Lee for $6 over Nick, and then Carolina went to me over Brandon for our matching $2 bids, with me getting the pickup by being 1 spot behind Brandon in the overall standings. No wagers were settled in week 1. A couple updates on existing wagers. Pope 1.0 versus me. Our wager is tied as both Cleveland and Pittsburgh lost in week 1. And my wager versus Drew versus who's going to have the better season in terms of catches, Cobb versus Kumaro. I'm off to a 4-0 start. Kumaro got shut out in the Packers-Bears game, and Randall Cobb had 4 catches in the Dallas game. That's it for week 1. A shorter video this week, as last week's was a longer one. Good luck to everybody this weekend, and we'll see you after week 2.